Being sovereign in court, part 3. Let's talk about it. All right, being sovereign in court. So if any of y'all have ever seen this image right here, I want to explain it to you for a minute. There's two different forms. There's legal and there's lawful. When you see the blind lady justice, she is showing you that it doesn't matter what the truth is. It matters what claims you bring forward. When something is legal, it has absolutely no matter if it's lawful or right. It only matters what the letter of the law to legalese says. What this basically means is the judge is an administrator. He's there to look at both parties' claims. And depending on what the claims are disputing about, he is just an administrator to weigh and look at each party's claims. Most of the time, we do not bring our own law in, but you can. You can do your own private administrative procedure and bring that in, and it trumps anything that they have on the codes, laws, and public statutes, because our law is the highest. We've always been taught that we are the lowest on the pole, but we are above the federal government. We are above the state and local municipalities. We are the ultimate sovereigns on this earth. And they can try to trick you into saying that what you have done is worthless, but it's not. It is basically a judgment, and you can put it in the court case as the record to be set off, settle, and close the account. In 1819, the first 13th Article and Amendment was ratified by Virginia. They needed 13 states. Virginia was the 13th one. This disappeared off the face of the map because what the first 13th Amendment was the Title of Nobility Act. And it basically said that no U.S. citizen can have a title of nobility. And guess what a title of nobility is? An esquire. Yes, an attorney. So this would have made no attorney able to be a U.S. citizen. And they destroyed and got rid of that record completely, except for a lot of places published it, and you can find it. An attorney is a bar agent, B-A-R. It is a British accreditation registry. They are a torn. They are to turn you back into the public. They can only represent imbeciles, infants, and wards of the state. If you look up Corpus Juris Secundum, subsection 7, section 4, where it says attorney and client, you will see that an attorney's first duty and obligation is to the court, then it is to the public, and then it is to the client. You are the very last. When you have an attorney turning you back to the public, you have no rights, you have no voice because you are an imbecile, you are an infant, you are a ward of the state, you are incompetent. So you never want to take an attorney to be representing you. You can present yourself. You can be the ultimate authority. And you always want to bring your own law in. And the judges have all kinds of tricks to try to get you to get under their jurisdiction. They could say something like, take that toothpick out of your ear. And if you grab the toothpick, he got you under his jurisdiction. They try to get you in Feretta hearings, trying to say, what you're saying is crazy. And you could say, I conditionally accept. If you're trying to say that me setting off, settling, and closing this court case as the authorized representative for the U.S. citizen includes me to be incompetent, then I'll accept it. You could say something like, oh, you want me to pay? Sure, I'll pay if you could prove to me that there's lawful money backed by some form of substance that I can actually pay the debt with instead of discharging it and leaving it to the state. You could say, I will take this British agent if you can prove to me why I need a British agent on American soil in order to be heard. You could hand out a whole bunch of W-9 forms and say, I need to know everybody's tax identification number that's involved in this case because when stuff hits the fan, I know who I'm going after. That really trips them up. You could say, I need proof that the claimant or the plaintiff or their legal counsel can bind Virginia or whatever state you're in into $1 million in legal obligations because that's what it's going to cost y'all if y'all continue these charades.